Hello, my name is GregTech, and welcome back to our GregTech New Horizons Season 2. I want to send a thank you to Jacob Z for subscribing to my Patreon. The support is always appreciated. I do this in my spare time, so any help is much appreciated. With that said, I have been staring at this part of my base for, I swear, about an hour, trying to figure out where the heck do I want to even start with this. Because I do want to fix this. I've never particularly liked my choice to do 3 rows. It makes upgrading kind of difficult. It makes cabling a bit complicated. It's much easier if you have like 2 rows because you can go like down the middle. It's easy to branch off. With 3, it kind of gets a bit awkward. 4 would be okay, but I don't really have a ton of room for 4 rows of stuff just because some of them get bigger. I mean, we could rearrange it. Because a lot of these are 3x3s. Centrifuge probably needs to go somewhere else. Doesn't really need to be over here. But yeah, like all these are 3x3s, so they fit nicely, and those are the bigger ones. I am going to have to sort that out. I'm also going to change how we do the channels. Now, I am probably gonna redo most of the base at some point. And what we're gonna do is, instead of doing the P2P, which we have been doing, just do the wireless directly on the controller. That'll be much easier, and it'll be easier to expand as well. This is going to be temporary. I did do a little test because I wasn't sure. The way this connects, for some reason I thought it was 8 channels, but it actually does 32, as we can see. So that is good to know. I am just going to break that. I was just thinking, I may have just cut the power to our cyclotron. And we need more. Yeah, so we're just going to put these directly on there. Power really isn't that big of a problem now. When we first tested them out, they did take many thousands. But now they're actually not too bad. So I'm just going to do this, and then as needed, we will adjust this. Because I'm sure we'll probably need to craft stuff up as I start moving these things. I don't know if I'm going to do it here. Should I build like a new area? I need these to be much easier to upgrade, because usually the way we do this, we end up like every 2 tiers it starts becoming really pain to upgrade the energy hatches. Alright, so that is that. So let me start and just kind of start figuring out. I think I do want 2. Do I want 2? 2 rows. Just gonna go like, it's gonna get like a really long, which is actually, that wouldn't be the end of the world, but like, it just makes it a bit more annoying when you come over to our on-demand processing area. All right, we are back, I have gone ahead and upgraded our things underneath here. I still didn't break this whole thing down because it's such a daunting task with, you know, dozens of interfaces moving, hundreds of recipes. There's literally like hundreds over here with all these. So trying to sort this out and make it as easily upgradable as possible is just such a daunting task. I did upgrade this to UV. It was ZPM before. But we are, I think, at the max that we can handle. So if we want to continue upgrading this, we are going to have to upgrade our lasers, which is fine. This is the reason we made these lasers, to make it easier to upgrade. Instead of having to tear out these lines and replace them all, I can just boom, upgrade that and restart it. This multi-block. I do think I'm going to upgrade this to 64. Because, yeah, we are kind of at the max that this can handle at the moment. But I've tried to do this, and I think I may end up removing these, and I may actually place them long ways. So what I'm thinking is I might move this group over here and do kind of the same. Maybe one more over. So we'll have our 2 rows going down that way, because those are all 3x3s. And then on this side have the just realizing the that is definitely not the center, is it? No, it doesn't need to be centered. I'm just kind of trying to figure out what I want to do. Kind of like do maybe that or something like that. I will have to have that centered though, otherwise that's going to drive me nuts. If that is like, if I have rows that are not centered, it's going to drive me nuts. Yeah. So have like these run that way and that way. And then have another 2 kind of thing. The most annoying bit though is when I have to upgrade and say, for example, like this one is ZPM, but if I have to upgrade this one to UV, it kind of makes it really annoying because I have like no way to get UV there without running cabling. So what I've been trying to do is kind of sort out having like a main line come down here and then branching off that. So kind of like what we've done. So if I ever want to upgrade this one, I'll just move this line farther down and then I'll move the transformer to here kind of thing. And if I need to upgrade like this one, I'll run a cable down here and then just craft up another transformer. But I do want to redo these. I just need to get them up and running before I start crafting up more energy hatches and stuff. That was kind of the main problem. So I'll work on that. But I keep saying that, and then I end up not doing anything with it. So yeah, most of these we should be good. A lot of these have been turned off because I was working on the energy hatches. But I think, and plus the implosion compressor doesn't really, that's the other thing. A lot of these don't need to be upgraded as much as the other ones. So it kind of gets in the way, if that makes sense. Like if you look through here, like the implosion compressor recipes, there are none of these that like, it doesn't need to be any higher than LV if you're looking at. So that kind of tells me that maybe this doesn't need to be over here, even though technically it's like a processing on demand. So it kind of goes with all these. Maybe best to move that. And the multi-smelter too. The multi-smelter doesn't get upgraded that often. So what ends up, it kind of ends up being in the way of upgrading. I'm sure there are some. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, this one, yeah, this one doesn't have, they don't have a minimum tier. So, yeah, so these two kind of don't need to be. I could just have them at the end of the row. That would probably make that. I don't know. So, like I said, I've spent so much time looking at this and deciding and trying to figure out what I want to do, and kind of hilarious how indecisive I am about it. Anyway, we've got it up and running. I will continue to look at it. I can't just spend like 8 hours in one day just staring at this thing and not doing anything, though. We need to get moving here. All right, so we'll continue on. Now, we need to get the pump, and we should be good with all lows now. And move these. We should be able to move all these back, actually. Because I upgraded the bending to... Yeah, I upgraded the bending to UV. And then... Oops. This is a 2, right? Yeah. And then we did do that one. It's no alloy. I don't remember what I named it. Here, let's just do nugget. Oh, I never renamed it, which I need to do. And then there was another one, wasn't there? A hammer. Which this has been upgraded. Okay, so we'll continue doing that to get the pump. Now, did I ever do... I haven't done that pump recipe, so I need to do this. Now, large plutonium. Alright, that's up to LUV, but we're good. So... the only ones that are like super, you need to be the current tier that you're doing is the cutting machine, the precision laser engraver. Those are like the main ones that really need to be. They don't need that. The absolute current. Oh, didn't I already do? Yeah, I did a recipe for that. Let's throw that in there. Now, I do need to do... I'm assuming I'm going to need the pump, and I need to scan it. So, let's do that. Also, forgot to finish turning all these on. The autoclave is another one. I do need to sort out what I want to do with this as well. Because it clashes with that. The fluid solidifier clashes with the autoclave recipes. I may do another one right here if we have room. I like that sound. And I really did mess with most of these. Alright. Good. I think we're good. There it goes. I was like... it's making those crystal chips. That should be running, right? I'm like, uh-oh. Did I not do something? What's my Alex Smelter? This one. No, that's a forge hammer. This one. There we go. Alright, I think we got everything on. See, this is the pain with upgrading everything. And I keep avoiding fully doing it. Okay, so there is that. You know what I think happened? I think it tried to do that, and I didn't have it connected to power, so I think it actually avoided that. Okay, let me continue this. We do have our quantum now. So I think we can do this. Man, that is 15 seconds at UHV. But it's working. Sweet. Alright. So that is that part of it. Now I just need to do the superconductors. And there that goes. We should be good with everything now. I upgraded everything to at least CPM, some UV. So we should be good. But we will see. Alright, the next part I need to do is this. Yeah, I did do that one. I haven't done these yet. Now, yeah, do we do put the helium in. Couldn't remember if I actually put the helium in or is it already in there. We need the base, which that goes in the extruder. All right, this one I haven't looked at the thing. I am after going to upgrade this as well. Also, this assembly, it kind of belongs over there, but again, this one, we really need to keep upgrading this, which makes it a bit of a pain. Also, I do have 64 recyclers in there now. That's how it is. We are ramping up the scrap. Oh, right. I did upgrade this. I totally forgot. Yeah. So, I mean, technically I could throw it over here. Like, if I put it right here, then I can just branch off it as needed, and then, you know, as we upgrade this line again, I can just throw transformer here, transformer there, kind of thing. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure that out. Alright, so, this one. Alright, we're good. And the other one should be upgraded as well. Before I get involved here, let's do this. Alright, and then I think we can... Pretty sure we can... smelt this. Let's just double check. No, okay, I know for sure that is not that high. Alright. Yep. This is next tier, everything needs to be upgraded. It is a pain. Alright, this one is definitely UHV. How many amps do we have coming out of here? 16? Yeah. I prepared for a lot of amps in this area for our blast furnaces. Alright, so I do need to upgrade this, because this won't have enough power. I don't even remember. Oh, there's a spot. That is not the right one. I also need to get the upgraded wireless. I just haven't got around to it. Thought I did that. Alright, Vulcanus. You know, I also haven't looked at this recipe yet. I'm a bit nervous. I don't want to look at it. What kind of craziness do we need? Titanium, custom neutronium, americium. That's our recipe. And I'm assuming, yeah, UHV. Mix 2. Oops. All right. All right, I am going to have to upgrade that one as well. All right, so I am going to need a couple UV energy hatches. A couple more, I should say. All right, let's start with this. Yeah. Oh no. I just saw something. If I need to... I need to pulverize... Oh no, please don't make it be like... Alright. Whew, I was like, oh, please don't make that a high tier recipe, because there is no way I can get... I'm like, I don't want to have to upgrade my pulverizer to UHV for one recipe. That would be a pain. Alright, cool. Macerator, pulverizer. Ooh, I ran out of room over there. Alright, and then titanium, I do have some, but this is not... I just autocraft this stuff. Oh, I am out of room. Alright, we are not using that anymore. I'll just throw it in there. And then americium. I should have a little bit of americium. Alright, I do have a lot of americium apparently. I don't know. I don't think that's going to get us to the next tier of fusion reactor, but we'll see. Let me just finish this. Yeah, this isn't the greatest setup either, because it's like I don't have enough room for everything. Sure, wood pulp. I don't remember what we were using wood pulp for. We will see. I just want to get this working. Alright, cool. We got that. Let me craft up a couple more energy hatches and upgrade these. We'll be right back. Okay, we have genuinely run into a problem that I have no idea how to solve. So I went to go craft up our superconductor base. I do have the dust, not a problem. And then I was looking at the recipe. I'm like, okay, we got this upgraded. And I was like, 80 seconds. It's kind of a pain. And then I was looking at this recipe, and this needs awakened draconium. So I was like, yeah, okay. We don't have awakened draconium yet. I'm like, I wonder if there is another way to get it. I don't. There might be another way to get it. So I was looking at the awakened draconium coils. And yeah, we need our awakened draconium. For what I can gather, you can get it in small dusts from... if I can find it. You get it from small dust? But this is a tier 8. That is a tier 8 thing. Or you can get it from space mining, but I don't think we're quite there yet. I'm like, is this locked behind the space mining thing? I didn't think we could. I mean, we're kind of there, to be honest. I feel like that is not. I feel like the space mining thing is locked behind the last rocket, right? Am I crazy? All right. So what I was saying is we can't smelt the base dust, but the tier 8 rocket, which is right here, I need the UHV energy hatches for. Like, how am I supposed to get that without the UHV energy hatches? But the UHV energy hatches need the superconductor wire that I can't craft until I get to tier 8 planets. So I am genuinely confused how I am supposed to get the UHV energy hatches that will supply the assembly line the power we need to craft up the tier 8 rockets. You can even see in the quest book that it is locked behind the tier 8 rocket, which the reason I'm going for the UHV energy hatches is so I can craft up the tier 8 rocket. So, genuinely a bit confused with that. Now, if we wanted to do... I mean... This is 16 amps of UV. But the assembly lines don't... I thought the assembly lines couldn't accept more than 2 hatches. Alright, I am genuinely confused as what the correct progression here is, because... Yeah, can't craft those to craft these, and these are locked behind that, so... I don't know. That one's got me stumped. Okay, to make me even less crazy here, the tier 8 heavy-duty plates are locked behind the UHV energy hatch. So... Yeah, tier 8 locked behind the UHV energy hatch, but you can't craft the UHV energy hatch up without the tier 8. The tier 8 rocket. I feel like I'm missing something here. Although, even the quest book is contradicting. Maybe... You know what? I doubt it, but maybe this is... Maybe the tooltip is wrong? No, that is definitely not going to work in there. Alright, well, I am stuck. GregTech New Horizon. I don't know. I don't know what to do. Okay, as I am going through NEI, I am genuinely curious if the tier 8 rocket is locked behind the space elevator now. And the reason that I'm kind of wondering that is, 1, it's at the tier we're at. 2, it requires UV components. The wetware mainframes that we just got, a lot of them, by the way. This is very expensive. Neutronium elevator, and tier 7 heavy-duty plates. So I am like, is that what we're intended to go next? I didn't think we were at the space elevator yet. I mean... Man, this is like insanely expensive. But I just was a bit kind of thrown out of yeah, I mean, this is like ridiculously expensive. I thought the tier 8 planet, and then we would get into the space elevator stuff. Alright, let's see. Is there any other way to get this? I'm not even seeing a... Yeah, there's the space mining. I'm not even seeing... like a meteor. Is there a recipe for this? I mean, technically, I guess I could cheese it with bees. I'm just like genuinely confused, and that is going to take forever. But I mean, in the end of the world, and to be honest, I would get europium. I would get europium from it, but a 0.5% chance. I would have to go through so much of this stuff. This is a 388-second recipe. I mean, this is going to take decades to get the awakened draconium we need for the coils. Man, this is a puzzle, and I'm not seeing. Like I said, the quest book is even contradicting what I need to do. So I am confused. We would need. What do we need? 2 stacks of this stuff. Yeah, I would need 2 stacks of awakened draconium, I think, if I remember correctly. Two stacks on a 0.5%. I mean, you do get 4. But we can get this from our bees. I mean, we can produce this stuff because we don't need to be the advanced Mutatron doesn't. You can skip the requirements for getting on that. All right. Well, I would love to know what the intended route here is, because I am at a loss here. I feel like gating it behind bees is not the intended route. But, alright, we did get our electric pump. I'm going to continue crafting up something. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I need to get my miners running again, and I don't think I need all this. I don't know. I got kind of thrown for a loop today, actually. The other option that I wanted to work towards is the Mega Apiary. There's so much stuff I want to do. But, alright, I'm going to have to call it here, because I generally don't know what to do. Anyway, that's going to be for today, so thanks for watching, and have a good one.